Every day, millions of people passed one another without even knowing the stories behind the smiles, the struggles they faced, the moments that shaped them, the one decision that changed everything. For Dr. Henry Kim, that decision wasn't just about choosing a career, it was about choosing a life of purpose. Dentistry gave him the skills, but service gave him the mission. What began as a profession became a platform to teach, to mentor, to give back to communities that needed it the most. Dr. Kim, thank you for joining us on Insights with Entrepreneurs. Welcome to Insights with Entrepreneurs. And as I said earlier, we're going to be talking about myths and misconceptions of dental hygiene and why it's so important. Dr. Kim has been on my other show with Senior Citizens Forum, and I'm bringing this up because he has provided so many great information on our other shows. But on this particular show, Dr. Kim, I want to talk about you.
Oh,
Okay. Why did you become a dentist?
Oh.
How did you get to where you're at today with your dentistry?
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk to where it's led you to. As I said in my opening,
Yes.
you're a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
you're a mentor,
Mm-hmm.
and you go to communities that need help
Right.
in the dentistry.
Right.
And not only that, you're a chaplain.
Yes.
And I remember when you were going through the training to become a chaplain.
Yeah.
So let's start with the dentistry and let's see how it's led you to your different path that you've been doing.
Sure. I think I was asked that question many times before, and I had to think back to a point where I had to make a decision as to what I was going to do after graduating from college. And well, to make the long story short, I was simply asked to study with a friend to apply for dental school. And one thing led to another. Here I am.
So I know I don't want to mispronounce it because everybody's seen the other shows. They know I mispronounce.
Yeah.
So you became a prosthodontist.
Yeah, prosthodontist.
Prosthodontist,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And how did you get to that? How did you select that form of dentistry?
To continue how I became a dentist and become a prosthodontist, I remember during the first dental interview, or the interview at a dental school, one of the dean asked me, just like what you're asking me, how, or why would you want to be a dentist? And to that I answered, I think I gave a very generic answer. I said, well, I want to serve people. I want to help people. I truly wanted to become somebody who can provide service to others. And I think, being a dentist, it certainly can do that in that particular field. So after entering a dental school with that set of mind, and I was told that I had pretty decent set of hands. So that means I was able to make, a lot of these small things that we had to make out of wax, out of porcelain, out of acrylic. And those are the kind of things that would be needed for a prosthodontist. Prosthodontist is a dental specialist who would do a lot of the dental restorations, but in much more extensive way. So after graduating from dental school, a lot of people would recommend that I would become a prosthodontist. So certainly, I liked what I was doing with my hands, making dental restorations, and I wanted to provide patients with more elaborated treatment than just providing a single filling or single crown here and there. I wanted to provide a comprehensive treatment for the whole mouth, not just one tooth. That's how I became a prosthodontist.
Almost like being a sculptor.
That's part of it, yeah.
Because you're sculpting a tooth.
That was part of the training, but I don't do that personally anymore, as a dentist. I work closely with a great dental technicians who would sculpt the tooth, sculpt the crown.
Okay.
But I provide more of a basis for something like that to be created by the dental technicians. So I prepare teeth. prior to getting the dental restorations made, such as a crown or dentures, or nowadays we're working closely with the dental implants. So as a prosthodontist, not only do I just work on a single tooth, but I can work with multiple teeth or multiple implants, or even those patients who are edentulous with no teeth, right? I can provide them with dentures and such. As a prosthodontist, we make sure that we try to create a good bite for the patient. That's what I do.
When you do the preparation, and then you once it's prepared and it goes to the technician, then you're actually putting it in the person's mouth.
I would prepare a tooth for a crown, and then I'll make a mold of that, and then the technician will make a model of the tooth. And then with the model, nowadays, a lot of that is computerized. So now the dental technicians are not just working with the what we call the gypsum model or the stone models to make a crown, but they actually use the computer to generate a dental restoration. It's called the computer assisted manufacturing. So computer assisted design, CAD/CAM system is more prevalent than using a stone model.
So AI is showing up everywhere.
I don't know about AI, but certainly the computer age is here, and that is not dental technician is not an exception to that.
So how did you get to teaching?
So after so many years of practicing dentistry, I was introduced to different systems of dental implants. And one of the dental implant systems that I was introduced was very intriguing. And then it was something different from the conventional system. So I was very inquisitive about that particular system. And I ended up learning much about that myself. And because I liked it so much that I wanted to tell other dentists about it, and the company was, I guess, gracious enough to allow me to do that. So I went around a little bit to teach others, other dentists, about this particular implant system, and in doing so, I learned something. That I can do it. I can talk and I can teach. I can talk on and on about something that I really enjoy providing to my patients.
Well, I've seen you grow over the years.
Yes.
Especially when you get up and you do presentations.
Yes.
Okay. Because you and I are a member of a business networking group we've been together for over 10 years.
Yes.
So I've seen when you started.
Yes.
And where you're at now?
Over the years with the networking group and teaching and getting involved with the different groups where I had to get up and talk, certainly taught me a lot of things and gave me a lot of confidence in terms of teaching. So talking to people is something I do all the time, right? With my patients, with my staff, with my office, and with the business group, networking group, like yourself. So yeah, now I think I see the importance of not just the public speaking, but having a good conversation with other people in order to share ideas and in order to learn and teach new ideas.
I think for me, when I teach, I learn something at the same time.
Yes, yes.
So even putting together these shows, I'm learning something each time.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right. So when you teach or when you are trying to convey a message or an idea to someone else, not only do you have to know it well, but you have to have a faith in it, so to speak, right? You can just simply tell somebody about something that you do not like or you do not enjoy. It tells you how much you enjoy the material that you are teaching and how much faith you have in that material or in the system, implant system that I was particularly teaching. So it gave me a lot of confidence about using the system itself, because as I was teaching others, I was just learning more about it myself, and that was a big positive that I got from teaching.
But I know you've gone back to Korea
Yeah.
and you've taught dentistry in Korea, haven't you?
Yes. We actually, I won't give you the location exactly, but yes, I had an opportunity to be part of dental school. I enjoyed, working with the dental students, and they're great because they're eager to learn. Maybe that's how I was also. I forgot how I was as a dental student, but these dental students that we got involved with, they were very much eager to learn new stuff, and they put their whole entire well, they put a lot of effort into getting new information, and that was very enjoyable because I was able to not only provide them with the new information, but we were able to work with with these students in developing them as a dentist. And I think seeing, like you said, you enjoy very much of how I grew up, how I developed myself as a professional. I enjoy very much working with these dental students who were becoming a dentist or becoming dentists themselves. So that was a big, very rewarding, and then that was very satisfying. Sort of.
Now, I also know when you go to other countries, countries that do not have a lot of dental
Right. Yeah.
in their communities,
Yeah.
and you take dentistry there and you give your time to these different communities.
Yeah. Well, I tried to get involved with a lot of the mission trips that we have to other countries, but it's not easy providing dental services to people abroad because we may not have all the right equipment and setup that we need in order to provide proper services. So, we do have portable units that we can take. And if they have already a dental office at different places where I can go and be a dentist, and then provide dental services to the patients there who would normally not receive dental services, then it works out much better. But um, we at least try to educate them in oral hygiene, and we provide them with at least some toothbrushes and toothpaste, so that we can at least give them some tools to take care of their teeth. Um, and that's what we know. That's what we normally do. When I say we, I mean the teams that I go with. Yeah.
Similar to Doctors Without Borders.
Yeah, well, I'm not. Yeah, our group is not. Maybe we don't have actual. Group name like that. But yeah, some of the dentists that I met over the years, we have done something for people who are not able to receive proper dental treatments because of the situation they're in or the location they're in. So yeah, like I said before, it's very rewarding to see some of those patients who finally get their achy tooth out. Even a a small service like tooth extraction with anesthetics. That is, yeah.
Yes.
They're so much more grateful that they were able to get their tooth out without too much pain or fear than it is worthwhile doing something.
Well, especially if they were in pain.
Yes, especially if they were in severe pain. I know there are a lot of the doctors, dentists, and oral surgeons who are out there trying to do a lot more than that. But even without that kind of setup, and even with that, having so many tools and materials to carry, because we're more of a smaller group, we were able to make some people smile again.
Well, that's what dentists do.
Yes.
Make people smile again. I think that's great.
Yeah.
One of the other things that I know since I've met you, you became a chaplain.
Yes. So instead of just providing dental treatments or education, I think what those people lacked was spiritual care as well. There's somebody coined the term total pain. We have pain, physical pain. We have pain from broken relationship. We have pain from our inner self. And there's also, we'll call the spiritual pain. When you have when your spirit is broken, or when you lose a relationship with the ultimate being. Sometimes that type of pain is hard to resolve. Being a chaplain actually can provide a time and place for people to talk about those things, not just the physical pains, but spiritual pains and interrelational pains. And we're trained to listen to those pains from people. And that allows them to recover, not from just talking, but recover because they start to understand where that pain is coming from and how to maybe deal with, they learn how to deal with it, or, at least having some understanding of where the pain is coming from. They have much easier time dealing with that pain, and maybe to a point where they can come to resolution. But it starts with a conversation with chaplain, possibly listening to their pain. And as being a dentist, I can always provide service, but that's just to resolve a physical issue. But being a chaplain, I can at least try now to resolve overall pain, not just the physical pain from a toothache, but also I can listen to their I think we talked about dental phobia before, right?
Right.
Yeah, listening to their childhood experiences that made them fearful of dental, offices or dental treatment. Now I can become more acute to listening to their patients, story and patients' perspective as to receiving dental treatment, how that affects their overall mood, and how they how fearful they could become in receiving dental treatments.
I think your training as a chaplain has helped you with your patients.
Yes, that's exactly the point.
I put it in this perspective that you see somebody come in who's in pain, maybe physical pain and maybe mental pain, emotionally, because you don't know what people go through in their lives.
Yes, like you said, there's an emotional aspect, there's a interrelational aspect, there's a spiritual aspect. Obviously, we try to deal mostly with the physical pain, but sometimes just dealing with the physical pain is not enough. That's what I've learned being a chaplain or becoming a chaplain. So I know I talk quite a bit now, but I try to listen to my patients more and listen to others more, so that we have a fuller understanding of where the patient's coming from.
So your dentistry has taken you on many journeys.
Yes.
Okay. And one of the journeys is becoming a chaplain, which you've taken back those skills that helps your patients today.
Yeah. Surprisingly, even dental patients will ask for a prayer even, just because they know that I'm a chaplain. And I got trained as a chaplain at a hospital, and oftentimes when these patients come in with a major injury, they're devastated. Right? Their spirit is broken. The mentality is not as strong, and just having a simple conversation with a chaplain and getting a little prayer from a chaplain, to see that in my dental office as well with my patients, that's even better.
But I think you're able to identify somebody who may be in pain without them even knowing that you're doing that.
Right. So so that's why listening is very important.
Right.
Yeah, because you want to listen to them talking, Yeah, sometimes when I get busy, I want to get through the day, but whenever I have a moment, whenever I can do something like that, I try to stay with the patient, listen to them, and then spend as much time as I can so that we have a better understanding as to where the patient is coming from and what the patient may be in need of.
I'm going to go back to the beginning of our conversation right now.
Sure.
Okay. You did some moving around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And I know you were in Florida. Where else were you at?
So I was born in South Korea. And then my parents moved to Northern California, near San Francisco or San Jose. And then we spent time there throughout my high school, college. And then I moved to Boston where I did my dental education. So in Boston, I spent another 7 years. And then I moved to New York for another 9. That's where I met my wife and started the family.
Okay.
And then I moved down to Florida for another 7 years. So I spent about 22 years on the Eastern Seaboard.
Really? I didn't realize it was for that long.
Yeah.
Because
So
when I met you 10 years ago, you just had moved to Mission Viejo,
right.
where you put your practice.
Right.
That's Mission Viejo, California.
Right.
Yeah.
So from Florida, well, one thing led to another. We wanted to move back to New York, but we found our way out to California. Instead of Northern Cal, where I grew up, I moved down to Southern Cal.
I hear was it Milo Angelou. She always says something about, she traveled the 4 corners of the world and found that people were different, but yet we were the same.
Yes. Yeah, we're all the same.
We're all the same. Yeah.
I think we're all seeking happiness and peace, and however you can find it. But I think we find it through or from each other. Just knowing that we're all the same, knowing that we're all seeking the same.
But I think
that's a very comforting thought.
I think it's really good when we all learn from each other.
Yes, that's another thing. Yeah, we try to teach each other and learn from each other, just like we're doing now.
Well, I'm learning more about you. Okay?
Well, I've certainly learned a lot about you for the last 10 years through our meetings, and I think that's great. And we certainly learned that we're all people, human.
Yeah.
Human beings.
But one of the things, I know you have 2 sons.
Yes.
And I know you were excited when your youngest one started college.
Yeah, it was a year ago. He's just finishing up his first year of college. So
yeah.
That's very exciting. My older one is finishing up his 3rd year in college. And so just knowing that they're on their way to life.
Yeah. I always call it, I created functioning adults.
Well, I don't know about functioning now, but the older one just turned 21 this year, so he's legally certainly adult.
I know. I said, I've known you for 10 years. Yeah. I've seen you grow. I have referred many of my clients to you. Your growth has been amazing, okay?
No, thank you.
You've done so much. You've mentored people. You teach people. You provide a valuable service, which is really great. Thank you for being on Insights with Entrepreneurs.
Well, thank you for allowing me to come on to your show, and thank you for letting me introduce myself.
If anybody wants to see any of the shows that we've done on Senior Citizens Forum, Dr. Kim has given us so much valuable information. Please find us on E360 TV. Even YouTube, but I prefer E360 TV. Thank you again for sharing something about you, Dr. Kim.
Well, thank you for asking, and it's been wonderful.